How does unmanned equipment understand conditions on the seabed? How can it detect new objects appearing in the water? Take a look at this unmanned submersible. It is enhanced with AI capabilities. Here we have a CNC machine tool, and with AI integration, its operating range expands and the precision of its process components improves. This reflects the transition from being a major manufacturer to becoming a high-end manufacturing power. Because these technologies apply to a wide range of scenarios, not only industrial production lines, but also military applications, they are increasingly valuable. Let's take this advanced vehicle as an example.
侦察组，迅速发挥无人机，对地侦察。
New equipment and new tactics are evolving rapidly. Operating unmanned systems should feel as natural as moving your own arm or thumb, responding exactly as intended and striking precisely where needed. This vehicle is roughly palm-sized, and once inside its structure, it can switch to remote control mode, maneuver flexibly, and provide seamless 360-degree observation. Our reconnaissance methods are becoming more diverse, combining manned and unmanned systems, and integrating aerial and ground platforms. Different reconnaissance tools can be selected depending on the mission requirements. During spring training, Company Commander He Panpin is organizing coordinated exercises involving personnel and unmanned intelligent equipment. New equipment and new tactics are advancing quickly. Operating unmanned systems must be as intuitive as using one's own hand, enabling precise and responsive control.
这个就相当于一个扳机了，就相当于我们人的食指，注意好，先把它插进去，你不能离得太后。 也不能靠得太前，靠太前的话，你到时候激发的时候，是不是激发不了了？
With 16 years of service, He Panpin has grown from a frontline reconnaissance soldier to a commander focused on developing new quality combat capabilities. He has taken the lead in studying man-to-man coordinated training and integrating unmanned systems into daily drills and every combat formation. When I first practiced flying drones, I could never keep them steady. The company commander would crouch on the training field and point out every detail. Now I can operate the equipment with ease, all thanks to the company commander's patient guidance.
速度键就一直往前走，看一下，这边是方向。
Information-driven and unmanned operations have become defining trends on the modern battlefield. Under He Panpin's leadership, every officer and soldier in the company has learned to operate unmanned equipment and coordinate effectively. In urban three-dimensional penetration training, intelligent and unmanned systems are now integrated into every stage of the operation. He Panpin led his company in developing a new approach to real combat training, machines in front, personnel behind, and unmanned systems accompanying the assault, which significantly shortened engagement time compared with traditional tactics and greatly reduced casualties. In this urban breakthrough exercise, what new unmanned equipment will He Panpin employ? At this moment, the Blue Force used the complex urban terrain to build a strong defensive position, with concealed firing points posing a serious threat to the advancing troops.
侦察组，迅速发挥无人机，对地侦察。
However, such a situation did not trouble He Panpin. Before making contact with the enemy, he ordered the reconnaissance team to deploy two types of drones to stealthily scout the Blue Force's firing positions. The biggest challenge in urban operations is limited visibility. Buildings block the view, making it difficult to quickly identify enemy positions using traditional methods. Now we send drones ahead, let the eyes fly in, see clearly, and strike accurately. Once the reconnaissance drone located the Blue Force's firing point, the attack drone immediately launched its strike. The drone operators, having undergone hundreds or even thousands of training sessions, accurately neutralized the Blue Force's positions, allowing the troops to begin their assault on the outer defensive line. However, the Blue Force was prepared. Barbed wire, obstacles, and simulated minefields formed a layered barrier, ready to target the engineers as they attempted to breach it. The purpose of man-to-man coordinated training is to enhance combat efficiency while reducing casualties. Remaining calm, He Pampin ordered the obstacle-clearing team to remotely operate an unmanned breaching vehicle to rush into the barrier zone and conduct explosive clearing. In the past, encountering such mixed obstacles required personnel to approach and manually place charges, exposing them to significant danger. Now, the unmanned vehicle performs the breaching task while operators remain safely behind, completing the mission faster and with fewer risks. After the passage was opened, the assault group advanced deeper into the town, but was suddenly counterattacked by the Blue Force, halting their progress.
突击组报告，前方发现敌隐蔽火力点。
使用侦打突击无人车，对敌隐蔽火力点实施打击。
At this critical moment, reconnaissance and assault unmanned vehicles moved forward as the vanguard, providing suppressive fire and armored protection for the troops. The assault team followed closely, searching for hidden Blue Force firing points and sharing target information with He Pampin in real time through individual terminals. Hidden firing positions are often located in places that are difficult to see, so unmanned vehicles are sent ahead to scout, suppress, and transmit live images back. The infantry then assesses the enemy situation and guides the unmanned vehicles to engage, forming a coordinated and effective tactical system. The Blue Force's firing positions were gradually neutralized, and the remaining defenders retreated into a multi-story building.
采取无人装备在前，有人跟进清剿的方式，主房间组织清剿。
How to eliminate an enemy entrenched inside a building is a challenge that He Pampin and his company's leadership frequently study. A robotic dog was the first to enter the building, suppressing hostile fire. The assault team then advanced from multiple directions, clearing each floor and securing the primary objective. Through this exercise, the unit successfully integrated the full sequence of operations, from aerial reconnaissance and strikes to unmanned breaching on the ground, to coordinated action between unmanned vehicles and infantry, transforming new quality combat capabilities into practical battlefield effectiveness. Today, unmanned and intelligent equipment is used across many areas of military operations. In counter-terrorism missions, it is extremely challenging for armed police forces to locate and rescue hostages when terrorists hide within urban buildings. In such situations, what role can advanced technology play? This scene shows a detachment of the 2nd Mobile Corps of the Armed Police conducting counter-terrorism drills using unmanned and intelligent equipment. Squadron leader Li Shujian directed his troops to advance with alternating cover while coordinating with unmanned systems to neutralize hostile elements. At the entrances of narrow tunnels, mini robots developed by the unit proved highly effective, maneuvering flexibly under remote control to scout terrorist hiding spots. After detecting the terrorists' presence, the officers and soldiers quickly entered the tunnel and subdued them. At that moment, Li Shujian received a report from higher command that several remaining suspects had fled to a nearby town, taken a hostage, and were attempting to resist. Near a 3-story building, police dogs were the first to discover items left behind by the suspects. Li Shujian ordered the reconnaissance team to move forward rapidly. Their reconnaissance tool was a wall-penetrating radar capable of showing the number of people inside the building and their movement patterns. Within just 2 minutes, the team detected a suspicious target on the first floor. Suspicious target located on the first floor. Prepare for action. To quickly determine the number and distribution of suspects, the reconnaissance team deployed multiple tools, including telescopic scopes, to observe the second floor. These scopes use a pole-mounted camera to conduct visual reconnaissance. Through the scope's display, Li Shujian identified the exact locations of both the suspects and the hostage.
起飞无人机。
Because the telescopic scope could not reach the third floor, Li Shujian instructed the drone operator to conduct reconnaissance there.
阻隔房间，阻隔窗户，细致侦查。情况如何？
报告队长，未发现目标。
Li Shujian then directed the assault teams to eliminate the remaining terrorists. The officers and soldiers advanced with alternating cover, quickly subduing the terrorists on the first and second floors and rescuing the hostage. Just as the troops were preparing to withdraw, a terrorist hiding on the third floor suddenly launched an attack. Although the attacker was eventually subdued, the soldiers later admitted they were shaken by how close the danger had been. In a real operation, such an unexpected attack could easily result in casualties and jeopardize the entire mission. I felt deeply responsible, one soldier said. Failing to detect the target could have caused injuries or worse, and the consequences would have been severe. It turned out the terrorist had concealed himself in a blind spot on the third floor that the drone could not access.